When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Tuesday, December 30th. God, that sounds weird. And it is our last episode of 2025. Good morning, Tom and Anthony.
Good morning.
What are we got going on for the holiday season? Any big plans for the new year?
Not much, man. Just hanging with friends.
Yeah. Just getting over a little sickness here. So I'm going to hang tight here this week. We're going to recover the rest of the week, and we will jump back on it next week.
Get on them vitamins, Tom. Keep hearing vitamins are the key to health. Vitamins.
It's not healthcare.
Nope. But I got some vitamin C for you if you need it. That's some good stuff right there.
I think I just drank the rest of my orange juice yesterday. So I'll have some fresh ones if you got them.
Beautiful. So old man Ant, not going out anymore? Had your fun last week?
No, we're gonna hang out for a little bit. We ain't going out. We're just going to a friend's house. Low key. Kids can play.
So like old people do it like the toddlers. Do you do the fake countdown at like 9 so you don't have to stay up till midnight?
No. They want to play for New Year's. They got to stay up. So
okay,
they got to get the real deal.
I figured you headed over to YouTube at 9:05 and put on that fake countdown so you could head to bed.
Definitely not.
Okay,
definitely not. Might get a coffee, but definitely not fake. No fake counters.
All right, fellas. Well, we're leaving 2025. We're heading into 2026. There is a lot of noise out there. We got a lot of noise about the market. We got a lot of noise about real estate in general, how 2026 is going to be a big shift. Is there going to be a housing crisis, a housing emergency, this and that? All we know is we can't predict the future. And we know sitting here today, we are on a pretty good market. And if you're a buyer sitting around, we're going to go over it. But Tom, I don't know what you're waiting for.
You can't be waiting. I mean, now is the time to buy. It's kind of crazy how busy I actually got this month and last month with good buyers. There are great agents out there that are winning deals. I mean, if you're a good agent right now, you're licking your lips, because I have a few that I'm working with that keep finding buyers left and right, and they're getting deals accepted left and right. One of those agents told me, Tom, this is the best time in at least a year and a half for me. She said it's easy to get deals accepted, and it's actually fun to take buyers out. I mean, I know not everybody feels that, and maybe not every area is like that, but there are agents that are hungry. So, I mean, the buyers need to find a hungry agent to find them the house.
Yeah, and let's remember, there's plenty of listing agents out there that loved houses selling before even the open house and going over asking. And, well, yeah, that's an easy market for them. It is not as much of an easy market for sellers. Sellers' houses are sitting. They're panicking a little bit. They're not getting any offers. They're not getting any showings. That's one of the reasons you should be looking now. 37% more inventory today than we had last year at this time. And interest rates have dropped. Our lowest interest rate that I could find at West Penn Financial today is 5.5% with an APR of 5.94. 5.5%. I was told in April of this year, if rates get down to 5.5%, there's going to be some crazy number of millions of buyers back in the market, and they're trickling back, but they're not running back yet. And I don't know why.
Well, you know what? It's the famous word right now that everybody's talking about, that we've been talking about forever: affordability, right? I mean, the rate's going to help with that monthly payment, but it's not the end all be all, because prices are still up, and clients actually need to work with a team that's actually going to provide them options, and not just one program. Here's a 30-year fixed mortgage. Have a nice day. They need options, and they're not getting that out there. And unfortunately, whoever they're working with is not sending them to a team that is actually going to provide those options. So, people are waiting for rates to come down to COVID levels, and they're going to be very disappointed when they don't see that, because now they're going to be paying more for a house, next year if it's a multiple offer situation. I mean, you can't wait. I mean, now's the best time to buy. It has been all year.
So you said two very important things. One being affordability, and two being now the time because of programs. So if you can pull up the first article. So this is from Realtor.com, guys. They must have been watching Chatter last week, because now they're talking about, for affordability, everyone should look at a USDA loan because it's 0% down. Wow, that is a crazy thought, to look at a 0% down.
Why would I tell anybody to look at that if the listing agent's going to be stomping their feet when they see the pre-approval letter, though?
Well, those listing agents are going to be out of this market by the end of the year, Tom, because they are not going to be able to sustain that line of thinking any longer. That market has shifted. That market is gone, and they're going to start accepting these offers, or else they're going to go hungry, because they're very, very, very good offers to accept. So we're ahead of Realtor.com. Just wanted to throw that out there, that they watch Chatter and they're like, oh crap, Chatter is talking about affordability, USDA loans. Yes, they're a unique program. Yes, they got to be in a certain area, but they are one of the 4 main mortgage programs that pretty much every lender offers. So buyers can go out there, shop around, get good rates, and get a good USDA loan closed. So that's one with affordability Anthony showed. The second one is talking about programs. And we need a little history, quick history lesson. 2008, there was a financial crisis in our country. A lot of that was blamed on mortgages. The government came in and pulled back a lot of programs, especially for self-employed buyers. So right now, going into 2026, programs are starting to open up a lot. Not only do you have the 4 main, the conventional USDA, FHA, and VA, but now you have multiple first-time home buyer programs that's going to give you one of 3 things: a lower interest rate than one of those 4 we just mentioned, a lower mortgage insurance rate than one of those that we just mentioned, and or grant or closing cost assistance to help with closing costs. That's what the first-time home buyers get. But this third category, Tom and Anthony, that's now opening up, it's called non-QM. This is bank statement, DSCR investment loans that are a wide range of buyers that are using today. So in 2026, if you had those buyers before that had a tough time getting qualified, it might be completely different in 2026. And now we can get them into a home much easier.
Yeah, those programs are out there, and we're bringing them straight to the plate. I mean, we're figuring out what's going on right now with all of them. Investors are calling us daily, trying to get us signed up for these products, because we do think that it is going to take a quarter of the business here next year and maybe the years to come. So it is a very strong product. We're going to keep pushing this out there to you guys. But we have to have you guys, have your buyers call us. We have to be able to help them. That is the name of the game.
You cannot look at a person and tell what mortgage program is best for them. They have to get pre-approved as first step. That way you guys know as realtors what offer you should be putting in for them. You can't just say, oh, you'd be great. You need to see the whole picture. You need to see credit. You need to see job history. You need to see income. You need to see debts. And you can't do that by just talking to someone. So in 2026, we are really pushing again to get those pre-approvals done quick and early. At West Penn, they're good for 120 days. There's no reason to be doing this pre-approval last minute.
No, I mean, that should be the first thing a client does. Because at the end of the day, agents and, the client gets so much information from so many different people. Ultimately, I understand agents want to provide some type of service, by giving them estimates, but, they certainly shouldn't be that forefront, giving them program options, because they don't know anything about that buyer except for that conversation. So working with a solid team who's going to do that for them, give them options, help you submit the offer based on what's going to work best for the buyer, not the seller, technically, is going to make that overall process a lot smoother. And you're not going to have issues after you get the offer accepted when the client says, oh, well, so-and-so said I could do this. Unfortunately, so-and-so didn't know what they were talking about. It's actually this, so having a strong pre-approval is going to really help in any offer. But, I know we're kicking it off 2026 with a lot of programs, a lot of options, and ready for some pre-offer huddles. So let's make this happen.
And frankly, the reason for this is there's a lot of hybrid programs now. There's a lot of conventional loans, but you can get closing cost assistance. There's some investment programs that you don't even need income to qualify for. There is just a lot that goes into being a loan officer and qualifying for the right program that you just can't sit there and say, put 20% down, be a conventional loan. That's the only loan program. There's, I don't even know how many variables of loan pro 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 different types of mortgage programs that you can get that buyer into.
I think we could even, I don't know where you stop a mortgage program. I mean, there's variations of every single one too.
Yep. So we're just pushing, work with a good loan officer, get that pre-approval done. And one misconception I want to talk about before we go, Anth, if you can pull this last one up. Again, realtor.com. How long does it take to save for a down payment in 2025? They're trying to say 7 years. 7 years. That's for the loan officers that are shown on one program. All right. That's for your cookie cutter, boring. No one has anything else going on. That is not 20%. Huh?
Is that to save 20%?
Who knows? And all I know is we have programs for first-time home buyers that can get you into homes with $1,000 out of your pocket if it's structured correctly, and you use West Penn Financial and a real estate agent that's willing to put in the correct offer with seller assistance. We can get first-time home buyers in way quicker than 7 years.
Yeah. It's important to work with a great agent.
Very important. Very important that you just don't have agents saying, I can't put that offer in for you. You can't be doing that, because in this market, it's a little crazy.
Sucks when I hear that on the phone.
It does suck. It does suck, especially if there's no other offers or there's no reason of why that should be said. So
it happens too much.
Let's push in 2026 to put the best offer in that's best for the buyer, not the best offer that's best for the seller. Let's get some buyers, some wins in 2026 and keep this positive market going.
Yep, I'm going to tally mine up. I'll let you guys know in a year how many we have.
All right, let's do it. There'll be no show Friday. Tommy demanded off, so we will start back up next week for a full slate of Amchatter every Tuesday and Friday. You guys have a safe and happy New Year.
Headed to the mountains, boys. Later.
Later.
See you guys.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony.